Okay, I'm going to bring you up to date. In one article that I had watched, I guess it was a video, there were a lot of people being pulled over for DWI checkup. The police officers were just very, very flagrant with the people. So I'm thinking like this: have they met so many screwed up people that they can't abide by the law? Now they have to be this way? What did we do to cause this? Thus, if we have done nothing, we must correct what the others have done. So thus, if they have done nothing, we must now check on our own security. What's wrong about it? Second article I read, starting back about a week ago, Informant News, I think it was, on Facebook, and some element from outer space was talking to these guys down here, more than one group, and setting them up to bust the feds. Okay, now I believe this. I mean, I believe that there's a higher up group. I don't know if they're here to bust the feds. Well, you know what? I take part in it too. But hurrah, hurrah, go, 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 because I don't know too much of that. So what I read is they're going to find them, and it's going to take a couple of months, maybe a year or two to do this. We all know we don't have 2 years to go. We all know this, okay? Because while they're discussing this in the article, okay, they're talking about the earth actually moving, and they're going to take care of us. So does that mean we're going to get the earth move and the bankers are still going to be running the place? More or less, let's say yes, because my number is still 2014, the end of the year. So, and the next article, they had went in and they audited the feds. They came out after 16 months, okay? And I don't know, they said it was about 10, 15 people that were involved, maybe 20 people. And don't forget, some of the people just do the office work and running around. But don't you think if 15 people went in and 15 people got out, they were each paid $5 million each? I mean, what do you get? $70,000 salary? You go in there, he says, okay, boys, this is the way it is. He puts the gun against your head. He says, you're dead or $5 million. What do you want? So they take $5 million. They finish the thing. They find nothing, of course, because they just found $5 million in an offshore account that they can use, because the Fed bank can just hide the rest of it. Everything can get hidden. It's magic. It's magic. It's hidden. It's hidden within a word, within a book, within a paper that we cannot read. Everybody can create their own language. I mean, the definitions in Webster's are not the same definitions from the last 40 years. It's been worded different, or there's been added differences to it. Like if you ask anybody about a fool, I'm not fool. I'm not a fool, but it's a foal. It's a male, a small horse, a foal. A filly and a foal, right? Like a Philly steak sandwich. Like they really never wanted us to forget where the big horse was, right? In the Philly steak sandwich, the Liberty Bell, where liberty she shall come, and that's why they put Philly. There's many other things I can joke around too. So they audit the feds and they find nothing. Now I was just going to read you a couple of things I was thinking about, which is something I was thinking, which was something about honesty is a truth of a story becoming your truth. Knowing from where it came, thus now he or she is reflected as the honest one. The other piece I wanted to write down is I wanted to try to explain something that I believe is about love. Love is like an elastic band or a light bulb, okay? If the two keep coming, they'll mold around each other forever and ever. But if one of the lights goes out, the other light will shine far and beyond until it catches up to something else. But it'll never be conformed. It'll always conform to the next that's around it, in which is the dark. So now you got your light conforming to the dark, or the matter from within it is, or you can all say, don't know what I'm talking about. The other thing I was looking at over here is that they also mentioned that a new monetary system, and I am 100% for that, something that'll work for everybody. I mean, because when you have a piece of land, you buy a house, you buy 2 houses, you buy 3 houses, you buy 10 houses, big deal. So $5, $8, $9 million, so big deal. But you can't buy all of Canada, and because the land of Canada is underneath me. and the rest of the land of Canada belongs to the people. Nobody should be able to pay the Queen of England not one damn cent on this land. What you did to the Indians, we must now do to her, and defunct this stupid liability that everybody thinks we owe no one. No one. The Queen didn't put the land here. She was just born in a place where something took place that she was affected by it. And eventually, it's passed off to the kids. But unless you're taking care of the range, my friend, the range isn't yours. And back in the Old West, they branded all the cattle because all the cattle went into the range. And when all the cattle were due, it didn't matter whose cattle they were. Once they got to the butcher shop, that brand was your mark. They ate almost for free. Okay, some of those cattle, they ate almost for free out on the range. Now we have to feed them. There's never enough. And what we have is all diluted with Monsanto seeds. You know what's going to happen to this earth when it turns around? It's got to rechange. You know, like a cellular, you got to put something in the center of it and like a little foam of some sort. Well, that foam's going to pop out and a new one's going to come in. Center of the apple, she's a rotten. You got to kick her out, no? Because just like in Rubik's Cube, there's got to be something holding each of these pieces together of the planet we live within. There's something holding us together, and we're not just one solid. Okay? Yes, there can be different areas where the earth hangs from here to here and it connects together, supporting like columns. Of course, you can do that. But this land is your land, my friend. This land is my land, my friend. And the only land I basically have is the 60 by 30 in the front of this apartment building that I live in that's shared with 10 others. But you know what? I go on the street and no one says a word to me, and I feel good. I don't need anybody, if I'm drinking a beer on my property and not doing anything wrong, a person upstairs protecting me and a policeman on the street have the same rights in front of me. One is trying to protect me from the public, thinking that I'm wrong, and she's trying to protect me from him because she thinks he's wrong. So whose judgment? Because he wears a badge, he is right? Because he can spit out more numbers and tell you more things, I'll take you to jail, that he's any better, that he's going to get his cock sucked when he gets home? Let me tell you one thing, cops who do this, whatever they get at home, they ain't giving enough to their wife. 100%. Anybody who can't see the tranquil liberty within one's mind definitely is not in a perfect relationship. They definitely have problems. And if not just one, both of them putting up with something that they shouldn't. Because if they're taking it on us, they shouldn't take it on us. They should understand we're human too. Every human is the same. Just because you put a police badge on, it doesn't make me any less human or you any more human than anyone else. You are no more powerful. You have to use your good judgment with me, just like you put your hands down your wife's pants. That's what it's got to be like. You treat your customers, right? Sometimes the customer comes off the street, and sometimes you're the one who walks off the street as a customer. Don't you treat all your customers right? Or just some of them? It depends, right? And even when you go into most of these Italian places, even when they're not nice, the big chef will come out, sorry, sir, but you're going to have to leave. And it'll be so nice, or can you quiet down? But not with these, please. It's authority, my friend. What do they got going on? Something about I'm questioning that I hope Ron Paul is going to see this when he gets in. Because if Ron Paul doesn't get in, we're screwed. But like I said, Christ is coming. It's hard to understand. It's hard to believe. Like I said, I've been playing in numbers for the last 7 years. And on this year, on the 21st of December, 2012, from the day I got marked as being BP to that day, December 21st, 2012, for me is 7 years, 7 months, and 16 days. 1 and 6 is a 7. So 777. But in between that, there's other numbers that are about to fall. Between April 7th and July 4th, which is a 4774 reverse time of Christ, because of the letter count. Simple as that. Just count them both. You'll total out to 121. Isn't that funny that the reverse of Christ, 74 and 47, equals 121? The 121st day of the year is April 30th. It only happens in a leap year. Otherwise, it's May 1st. It's Illuminati Day. 121st day, 11, 11. 11 times 11, 121. And between these two times of April 7th and July 4th of 2012, regardless of the year, 88 days. Similarity? Coincidence? 88 days. And of course, 7 and 4 is 11. And April 7 and 4 is 11. So you have another 11, 11. So this is like their time period, okay? You see, on June 12th, okay, which is the most superior actual numbers you can get because it's alpha, beta, and the totality, okay, of what beta has done, okay, or half of what she has done, because we need more dice cubes. Now I'm talking about 3 dice cubes, because 1 and 2 is 3, and 3 and 3 is 6. So the 2 dice make the 6 dice. And also when you move the dice, but I've showed you that before, and that's 9. That's man of 1 spirit of alpha, 21.6. You bust in blackjack, but you get into this life. And why I say 6 is because you're pulling on 16. If you're standing on 17, 16 and 6 is 22. It marks life. 6 and 15, it just says alpha, beta. That's all it is. It's just a combination of spirit. It's the L letter. And 1 and 2 is 3 for creation. The creation of L. And L in French, everybody knows, is she, means her. So we have those dates. So on June 12th, okay, we have 1, 2 on the 12th of the 6th month, which makes 9. That is the 66th day from April 7th. And 22 days over to July 4th. Passage 9 is with opposite spirit 1, passage 5. So there's a door open. Okay. Now what we're running on is what's going to happen in the door. Well, it's on the 12th. 1 and 2 is 3. It's creation. It's automatic. It's with 1. Boom, something's going to happen. That's why I'm choosing that day. If there is going to be anything in this world, I do not know what it is. That's the day I would mark. I do not know what, if it's a Saturday or if it's a Friday. Let me check over here. When did I say it was? June 12th. It's a Tuesday. Oh my God. Not a good thing. Day of the chosen. The 3rd day of the week. 3 by the 12th is 36. Creation of man repeats the 9. You see, I'm just going through numerology and what all these things tell me. Okay, and everything tells me there's an open door on that day, especially on a Tuesday. It's an odd day with an odd number on the day. The 3rd day of the week, the 12th, 1 and 2 is 333. Oh my God, day of passage. It's in the 6th month, because we all know, right, that June 4th, okay, oh my God, my parents' anniversary happens to be the expression of man and angel. And the only other time that happens in the year is tomorrow. The expression of man and angel is tomorrow. So, am I looking at the right thing? Oh, no, I was looking at June 4th. I'm sorry. Yes, June 4th. The opposite is April 6th. That's right, tomorrow. Tomorrow, okay. I don't know what that means. Tomorrow is Friday. It's the weekend. Maybe the gas price will go up. Is there a holiday in the States somewhere? Is there a holiday anywhere? Tell me there's a holiday. Is there a parade going on? What's going on this weekend? It's tomorrow, eh? Friday. Friday could mean the eve. They don't always tell you the eve, the day or the eve. I always got mixed up with that. Is it the eve or should I leave? Consistency does not flow from within my mouth right now, does it? Nothing is built in peace. Nothing inside of who we are is built in pieces. We grow, we evolve. Our minds must grow and grow to understand, to evolve, to understand the differences between me, the man, and whatever's in front of me, whatever's coming towards me. You can't lie to anybody. This I'm taking off of another video because I really am into what he said. You can't. The minute you lie to somebody, you're hiding the truth somewhere. You don't want to hide anything. You hide nothing, but if you lose somebody and somebody else finds something, it's okay. You don't have to come up with any excuse now. It's all easy. Second, don't pry into other people's business. Not unless it really concerns or you really think you can help something, let it go. Stop teaching. People will learn, or they're burn. Everybody knows this, right? Cut them off. Let's drive fast. No, drive safe. Drive as fast as you can, being safe. That means anything over a certain speed that might hamper something of someone who's less artistic at the wheel, okay, will hamper his vision. We have to have a vision. We're not taught properly. We're taught to look at the TV and see what the commercial is and what's the new thing out. And the next thing you want, all of us and my friends, we're going to the shopping center to see what's new. And not just today to the shopping center, but 6 days a week. Because I remember we were kids, we loved to go once or twice a week to the shopping center. It was always fun. We were playing pinball and ski buddying and doing all kinds of stuff. But we really never saw what we did to hurt the other people. Because, you see, in liberty, sometimes you can't always say, well, I'm not, you have to say, what do they think, right? If you're going to be a little out of line. But at the same time, the other people, when you're a little bit out of line because it's your way, and it's a good, don't forget, liberty's like a rubber band. You're always going to come back here. Why? Because you're going to come in your house, sit down in the back. You're not going to be really leaving anywhere. You're not asking anybody for your liberty. You're sitting back, leaning back on your chair. So when you're not on your chair, you're in the liberty way of somebody else. So just try to understand yourself. Can't cheat yourself. Anyways, the other thing we're going to go about number 74 is that half of 74 is the average number on the roulette. Okay, if you put it in the 5 position and add up 1 to 36, that center position will say 74. Okay, that's how Christ is in this world. So I'm believing that Christ has to do with the energy of Uranus and Mars. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you get that joke that I didn't make? Oh my God. That's so funny. Uranus, your ass, and your Mars bar, your wife on your dick. The Mars bar in Uranus, your dick's up your ass. That's pretty crazy. If anybody ever asked if my dick was up my ass, I'd tell them no, but now I'm starting to think different. I'm learning every day, like the land of milk and honey. Oh, just like a bee, eh? Wow. Do you understand what I said? Because Christ's number is 7 and 4. The passage is 7 and 5. God and man is 7 and 6. All of man, all of God. Well, it can be the Spirit of God because man is also 7 in his created world. 6 and 1. Yes, so we got to 37. 37 is 74. Okay, so that was Christ's number. Now what we're going to do with 37 is just multiply it by 3. 30 is 90. Plus 21. It's 111. 111. It's the center, okay, of the roulette that connects. I wish I had the book to show you what it does. You don't mind waiting for me just a second so I can look into where they're all over the place. I don't even have numbers on my books. I have nothing. I have nothing on my books. We're going to stop with the roulette anyways. I'm going to try and tell you the way it is. Actually, what it looks like is like a breaker switch. You know what I'm saying? If you come up and you got a breaker on the wall, okay, and you got the box and you take the handle and you pull it, and there's a U on the handle, right? But the teeth that go in the slots of your electrical panel shape a 1, 1, 1. How many amperes? What's the number in life that we need to know to find out those amperes of what the electrical box is, and maybe we can take this another step further. Because we can, I believe, find out how this whole thing is working. Maybe the government already did, and that's why I'm starting to figure it out. Or maybe this is just a vision I have within, and it's my own little fantasy, and you're welcome to hop on. And this is what happens. Hey! What happened? It was a rectangle. Oh, that's better. What happened to it? It was a rectangle. One level of the spirit world folds in half. It's actually still there. But to connect it, it goes up to the beta world, takes this, the electricity up. It seems like nothing's there, right? But it's there. It's the current coming in. It's not the switch down. The switch down is the electrical box that you see, but you don't see what's inside. And then it's like this. Okay, they open it up, and then it fits in there. And how many can you get? 1, 2, 3. That's it. We can get 1, 2, 3. But wait a second. If this is the thumb and this is the pinky, they are buddy-buddy. Don't go anywhere without them. They're friends because they're different from all the other ones, okay? They are. They just are. So what happens is you got 1, 2, 3. That's why you got this finger to shove up your ass, right? You put it right in. What happens to the rest of the fingers while you do it this way? Which way is it supposed to be done? Because there's a reason for it. There's an absolute reason for it. So anyways, you get 1 in here and 1 in here, and then you go 2 insertions for 3 electrical appliances. Number 23. Another 23. Somebody should be documenting all my number 23s. The one thing about the 5 and the 2, and I kept telling everybody, I call it gay, homosexual, whatever you want, because, no, transvestite. I'm sorry. Sorry, all you guys that I said that to. Sorry about that. And maybe it's transvestite, because when you take a 5 and you see it from this side, it's a 5. But if you try and look at it from this side, it looks like the 2. So what happens, okay, is there's 3 parts that I just showed you, okay? There's a part here. Oh, let me try and explain it. I'm going to try and do this. See if I can get this done. Ah! Okay, I'll use this. 1, 2, 3. What was I doing? I was going to show you the electrical hookup. 1, 2, 3. But before I show you the electrical hookup, do you know what this can do? I can do a lot of stuff with this. Oh, I can't believe I can't get it. Give me a second. Give me a oh yeah, the 5 and the 2, right. So what happens is these 2 are together, okay? And these 2 are together. This one and this one are never together. They're never together. Then what you have to do is turn it this way, that this one is with this one, and this one is with this one. And what do you get? This. That's it. Here you go. What's life about? Here it is. It's a square of love. Turns it a circle, but it's a square. And it's flat on top. Was Columbus wrong? I'm not sure. But that's enough for this video. Rough eye 2. Bloop, a blooper. Yeah, so 5 and 2, what they do is they turn around each other, and if you design the 5 and 2 properly, right, it usually gives you one of the effects everybody seems to be missing in life, and I'm going to show you what that effect is. 52. Now take a big look at it. I'm going to draw you one more thing. TV. You know what I'm saying? And you remember what I told you about the K and how the K is the mind? You remember the K is the mind? Well, there you are, 52, and your mind's on TV. The letter K, the letter K, the letter V, 52. We win! Okay, enough nonsense. Wait a second. You ever see this? My version of the Big Bang. 4 spirals come together of God, compress this, and then boom. But the whole thing is, okay, I have another picture that shows it couldn't have been this way. And the reason for that is because the primary world was a Magen David. And the Magen David world, to come into the creation of the octagon world, you have to put 2 Magen Davids inside each other, and just give them just one little turn, and you'll see the 8 points come out, and that's where you're going to connect all the 9 numbers from your telephone pad. Raphael 7286. Be well, my friends.